Christian, and today I'm looking at Exodus chapter 15, starting at verse 22. Then Moses made Israel set out from the Red Sea, and they went into the wilderness with Shur. They went 3 days in the wilderness and found no water. When they came to Marah, they could not drink the water of Marah because it was bitter. Therefore it was named Marah. And the people grumbled against Moses, saying, "What shall we drink?" And he cried to the Lord, and the Lord showed him a log, and he threw it into the water, and the water became sweet. There the Lord made for them a statute and a rule, and there he tested them, saying, "If you will diligently listen to the voice of the Lord your God, and do that which is right in his eyes, and give ear to his commandments, and keep all his statutes, I will put none of the diseases on you that I put on the Egyptians. For I am the Lord your healer." Then they came to Elim, where there were 12 springs of water and 70 palm trees, and they encamped there by water. I don't really like being in this spot, if I'm going to be super honest. So you just had a baby, you just started a business, you just got married, you just started like that place of promise and destiny that you've been praying for, fasting for, dreaming for. You're like, yeah, this is it. You jump out there and you get out there. It's not as awesome as you thought it was going to be. This is where the Israelites find themselves. They have been freed from Egypt. Yay, freedom. And they've seen God rescue them and let them walk across the Red Sea. And so they're like, woo, we're out here. Yay, this is awesome. Except it's not so awesome. They're out there with no water. And then they finally do come on water after walking around for 3 days. And it's bitter. I know I found myself in a situation, probably you have too, where you started out in this dream and this destiny and you walked out there and they were like, yeah, this is going to be amazing. And then you get out there and you're like, this is actually kind of bitter. You were thinking, God, this is going to be awesome. I'm so excited. He's going to open doors, opportunity. And it really looked like a lot of closed doors and not so much opportunity. What if it's actually not your dream that's at stake in that moment? So what happens is Moses and the Israelites find themselves out there and they're like, we don't have any water. And the Israelites are like, I know I do that, where I'm like, God, I did everything, starting to sound like David in Psalms, where he's like, I followed and did everything you asked of me. Lies, I didn't. But you want to do this moment of, God, what's going on? And so they go to Moses and they're like, we don't have anything to drink. Immediately, God shows them how to make that water sweet. And he gives them his word. Because in that moment, it wasn't actually about the water. Actually, it says in verse 27 that they were going to camp by water and there would be 12 springs of water. The fact that your dream is going to come to pass, the destiny, the promise that God has given you, that's not actually a question. That's going to happen. But God wanted to show him something about himself. He said, I, the Lord, am your healer. You've been in Egypt so long that all you've seen is what it looks like to be sick. Disease comes, you have to work hard to get forward. You've actually lived in dysfunction for so long, you don't know the difference. Which is why the moment you got out here and didn't see sweet water, you flipped out. For some of us, that has been our life. You've financially struggled. Your family has been dysfunctional. You guys don't know how to talk to each other in conflict. You've actually been in dysfunction so long, you don't know the difference. And God says, I can fix that. This might not be about whether your dream's gonna come true. You're gonna camp by water. That's a given. God said, I want to show you me as your healer. I want you to see me as the person that fixes what you've been desperately trying to get out of. If you wanted to start that new business because you wanted new financial provision for your family, that's awesome. But I'm your source. You just got married and you're the only first person in your family that's ever been married. And so you think, yay, I'm going to start a new trend. You can, but with me. You have to see me as your healer and not your resource that's in front of you right now. Your dream is coming to pass. That's going to happen. God's going to bring it to pass. It's a promise I can make to you. But let this time be an opportunity where you get to see God as God in your life. Love you.